welcome to TOL Dynasty Season 2, Week 7. And we've got a very interesting game here for you folks, not going to lie. Very interesting game. We have the Road Warriors, who started off as one of the hottest teams in the league, but who have been slowed down the past few weeks, going up against another team who had a better start than they are doing now, the GI Joes. So both of these teams looked good early, struggling, and this game could go a long way to determining if either of these teams are going to be in the playoff picture or not. It's one of these games where I don't like the term must-win game, so I'm not going to say that, but both teams could really use a win right here. It's going to be hard for either one to sort of battle back if they lose. So, all right, so big game starts in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, and so we got big news right off the bat. The Wiffle Boy, former league MVP, is back from injury. Also, much less importantly, Brad Dole is back from injury. And Serpentor is back from injury. Wow. All right, so the hospital hot chick nurses here are working overtime this week to get everybody healthy. And running back injuries have hurt both of these teams the last 2 years, actually, I think. For those who don't know, Dave Matthews of the Willow Grove Road Warriors is my best friend, so I, am invested in his team. So, all right, here comes the Duck Boy. Doesn't get much done on that opening return. And the clone throws it into traffic, but luckily for them, it is incomplete. Trying to get the ball to the recently returned to health Brad Dole. Wiffle Boy now takes the pitch, but only picks up one. So not an exciting return to action for either of those two injured players. Fake the handoff, misses the dive. Oh, quarterback makes a bad decision. It looked like the Red Rooster was open, but the G.I. Joe, who comes in with the number one defense in the entire TOL, shows why right there. So Serpentor, who I think is the running back 2, but I think the running back 1 is injured, if I remember correctly. And Serpentor does not look particularly fast, so he just came back from injury, but he might have come back in bad condition. I don't know. Maybe they always come back in. I don't really know how that works, but Stalker with the catch. So it's 3rd and 1. Don't see too many completions here from this team. This is a clearly run-focused offense. Serpentor. Wow. Nice little jiggy run there from Serpentor. Takes it down to about the 30, inside the 30. Another handoff. Pickup of 2. Another handoff. This one he's got a lot more room for. Brought down after a gain of about 12. 1st and 10. Moving the ball nicely. And usually, if they don't get their plays called, if they run it 3 straight times, they're probably going to pick up a first down. More often than not. But it's just when they mix in those crappy pass plays that they get in trouble. So it's now 3rd and 5. This might be one of those times where they try to pass. Nope, they don't. They keep it on the ground. It's going to be close. Oh, is he? Got it. He does. Just barely. First down. And the Joes, 3 yards in a cloud of dust here. Now they go for the pass. Big mistake. The dark horse. The villainous dark horse. Gets a sack. That's probably a sack for about a net 0 is probably about the best they can hope for. Now 3rd and 7, they will probably try a pass again. They do. General Hawk. All right, so Desmond Hume of Lost fame gets the sack there, and they will be forced to kick a field goal. And their kicker is balls, so I didn't know if it was possible to miss a kick from that short of yardage. And the answer is yes, it clearly is. Interception, Scarlet. So all that work, they get nothing from the drive, and then they get the ball right back Serpentor picks up a first down. And throws an incomplete pass that time. Oh, the defender just barely misses the tackle. 3rd and 7. Another big third down situation here. Well, they do run it, and I think he's got some blockers. Cut back. Another close call, but he's going to be short. So they're most likely going to kick the field goal here to start this half. But this is not a sure thing, as we learned last drive. Even from this short range, they might blow it. No, they doesn't blow this one. Gets this one. So, G.I. Joe, after 2 painful, slow, methodical drives, finally puts 3 up on the board. And as good as the Joe's defense is, this Willow Grove Road Warrior team definitely is capable of putting up some big plays together. So, keep an eye out for them. Check down to Wiffle Boy. Lots of green in front of him. Picks up the first down and then some. 1st and 10. Here comes the Wiffle Boy clone. Picks up 2. Drops back. Dodges the defender. Whoa, cross body. Dangerous kind of throw. Looked good stepping in there, and then gets a little wild there. 3rd and 7. Brad Dole off of the injured list. Old reliable. Doesn't have a lot of speed, but you get him the ball, he'll catch it. Oof, another missed dive by the defender. And the Wiffle Boy's open. That play is dangerous if you pay your running back. And it pays off this time. Wiffle Boy clone with a strike to Wiffle Boy. So that play gets sacked a lot. But if your running back's good and you can dodge that initial surge, you can really hit some big plays to the RB1 on that play. So it's a real good play if you're primarily a run team, and your first running back is paid. Obviously, first running back has to have wheels, or he just doesn't get open ever. Serpentor is just carrying the offensive load here with a big kick return. That run play is kind of crappy. But not this time. This time he gets the block he needs, squeaks through that tight little hole that's there. And if you can get past that first hole, you can sometimes bust it like we just saw. Serpentor stopped again. Let's see, he does squeeze out the first down there. 1st and 10. They are in the red zone. They got lots of green in front of Serpentor this time, but he is tackled. 2nd and 3. Oh, no. Again, lots of green here. The offensive coordinator is just calling all the right runs, clearing out lanes, and Serpentor doing what he can do. It's now 7 to 9. And I was going to say 7 to 10, but with this kicker, you can never put those points on the board. But Skidmark does, in fact, kick it through the upright. So Duck Boy catches it. Brings it out to the 27-ish. Double divers miss. Oh, again, he's making that choice to throw it to Duck Boy, who's typically entangled with danger. So I'm not quite sure what Wiffle Boy clone is seeing there that's causing him to make that kind of miss. But now it's 3rd and 3. Minute and a half left in the half. Really want to convert here, and they keep it in the hands of the clone, which is probably a pretty good call. They haven't called those quarterback runs too much, so no reason to expect the defense to call them. But it's pretty reliable for 2 yards if you need 2 yards. So good call by that offensive coordinator. Fake handoff, let's see. Oh, wings it out of bounds. Again, Wiffle Boy was open, but the key to that play is, can you just get a little bit of time? Wiffle Boy picks up only 1. So they convert the big third down, but then they do nothing with their first 2 plays. So they still may end up having to punt to close out this half. Throws it out of bounds. Wiffle Boy Clone is throwing the ball out of bounds quite a bit today. And they will have to give the ball back to Serpentor. Now, they don't have to feel too worried because G.I. Joe does not have big play offensive capabilities. With the, with the max cap stats as they are, it's much harder to break out a long run. And as I say that, Serpentor is making me look silly. Whew. That diver barely got him. If he had missed, I don't know that anybody would have called him. So now the unreliable kicker is in a spot to at least try. And this is going to be well left. So there's maybe throw it deep to the Red Rooster. You never know. Well, if you throw it short to Vengeance, you do know. So, all right, 10-7. So, to no surprise of anybody, a game involving the G.I. Joes seems to be a defensive-minded contest. And there's Blinky Smoochy doing some scouting in case I need to play any of these teams later in the year. And Bird's Paradise with the kickoff. Deep to Serpentor. Feel like I'm certainly saying that name a lot. It on a wild pitch here and gets past the safety. Thought the safety had the angle. Hooey. Serpentor putting up big numbers, and he's not like even one of the primary G.I. Joe characters. Like, I don't even know if Duke is on this team. Who I would say is probably the main character of the TV show. Fumble, but break for G.I. Joe. He just fumbled out of bounds. I'm pretty sure Snake Eyes is the regular running back 1 who's injured. So I guess if it's a running back 2, it's not that big a deal. But it is just kind of funny seeing this G.I. Joe team. And I'm kind of calling Serpentor's name all day when I haven't said, Snake Eyes or Duke or Cobra Commander or Destro. Any of the typical big names. But, all right, 1st and 9. Here's a swing out to Serpentor. That play has just been money for them all game. And now G.I. Joe really putting a statement there with that opening drive going right down the field. It's now 16-7, likely, even with this kicker, likely 17-7. It is. And it's hard to score points on this defense. So the Road Warriors might be in trouble. I mean, they really need to get the offense moving pretty quick. Because, again, tough defense. You're not, it's going to be hard to come up with 3 more scores. So they really need to make every possession count and hope that their defense can hold as well. 2nd and 10. That seems to be their best offensive play. That throw to the slow receiver. I almost wonder if that slower speed is beneficial because it doesn't give the safety enough time to cover him. They try the Wiffle Boy clone run, but it goes nowhere. This is the play they hit for the big touchdown earlier. Now they're going to Red Rooster, who makes a jumping catch. And this is the kind of explosive offense they needed. Bam! Touchdown. Willow Grove Road Warriors. And now they're down a field goal. Now they can start feeling good about themselves, getting themselves back into this game. They need that big playmaking of Red Rooster. When the defense seems to be focused on the Wiffle Boy so much. So, last time G.I. Joe had the ball, they just handed it off to Serpentor a bunch of times, and he delivered. And they got to hope that he is, capable of doing the same thing again here. Yeah, just keep running that play over and over again, and you're probably going to win. Oof, man, even when they haven't bottled up on that play, he seems to sneak his way out. So now they're going on a play to try to draw this screen up. Serpentor cuts all the way back across the field. Is he going to take this one? He does. Whoo-wee. And now, all of a sudden, it's the juggernaut offense of the GI Joe. Serpentor looks faster, so I'm guessing he, got at least one condition upgrade this game because he didn't look super fast early on. But, first half was a defensive barn burner, which we expected. Second half, turning into a bit of a track meet here. Duck Boy wiggles his way through. Gives them their first real good field position of the day. 1st and 10. Pitch out to Wiffle Boy. I know Wiffle Boy is the former MVP, but Serpentor seems to be the superior running back today. Man, he just really wants to try to work that pass into that middle section there. Now 3rd and 8. Now they're in real trouble. They really need to convert this. Oh, and they get their play called. And even the reliable hands of Brad Dole can't get past that. And now the Road Warriors are in straight up trouble. The game's not over. They're in trouble. The last 2 drives, Serpentor has had no problem just marching it right down their throats. Just run here, run there, run here, run there, touchdown. And so, with all these runs, now he did fumble once and went out of bounds, but you got to maybe hope that you can get him to cough one up or hope that the safeties rotate over a little better or something. But, you can't be giving up 6-8 yards every run and expect to stay in the game against a heavy rush team, especially one with a really good defense. All right, so play of the game right here. It's up to this point, really need to stop. Haven't gotten one. Oh, and now they call the play. So, interesting. Both teams trade 3rd down calls by the defense. And Odd Job? Is that his name? No, Odd Job's James Bond. Snow Job. Snow Job. I don't know who Hutch is. So, Scott, if you or anybody else, I feel like I'm pretty familiar with GI Joe, but I don't remember character Hutch. Oof. The clone just ran right over some dude. That was pretty badass, actually. I mean, they need bigger plays than 5 yards, but that was pretty badass. Yeah, trying to force it into Red Rooster. I think that's a good idea to try to force it to him a little bit at this point. He's got the big play potential. Well, this seems to be the right call. They needed that 1st down, and not a huge gain, but they really needed that 1st down, and that Wiffle Boy got it, so. Dropping back. Another dump down to Duck Boy. This one technically worked, I guess. He got 2 yards, but pitch out. This play, I think, works better. Ooh, cut back. Serpentor style. He was watching Serpentor cut the ball all the way back across field and said, hey, I can do that. Oof, that defender just barely dives and misses. Now Wiffle Boy starting to take on that role of just hand me the ball and let me churn up some yards. There we go. Again, another big gain. Now, do you keep feeding the rock to the hot hand, or is this where you try to go over top of the defense? The clone. Great run. Oh, can't quite finish it, but a great run. Now, do they just pitch it to Wiffle Boy and let him work his magic? They do. And he does. Man, oh man, a little high pressure there right at the end. Needed to make a couple dodges, but he makes those dodges. And, the Willow Grove Road Warriors just keep staying within arm's reach. Keep staying within just like not falling out of the game. Now, the last defensive possession, they were able to hold him up. Now, if you're G.I. Joe, anything other than 3 runs, I think is silly. Trust your defense. They've played well today. Hope that Serpentor just gets it done. They really have no answer to that run at all. If if they would just run that play every time, I don't think they could win, or they could lose. 2nd and 5. Got to go for that peanut punch for Willow Grove. Try to get that ball out. Oh, man, just barely sneaks through. And now they're running out of opportunities to stop him. They pretty much need to stop him 3 plays in a row here. Another first down. Close to seals this game. Man, they have a defender right there. Dark Horse, I mean, just barely missed him. 2nd and 4. Cut back. Oh, breaks the tackle, and I think that's just about going to do it, folks. So Pentor takes it all the way down to the 15. Interesting battle. The Road Warriors kept fighting. Could not quite put it away. Or could not quite fully mount the comeback. And when their defense needed to stop the running attack, they just could not. The Colossus of Sardia. Not quite sure what they were thinking, deciding to throw a pass into that scenario. But they throw another one. Dark Horse. All right, so they will get the ball back. Oof, I think he missed this kick. No good. So I was right in their epitaph, but they have a shot. You know, I mean, Wiffle Boy's got real speed, and Red Rooster's capable of busting one. I mean, it's not going to work by just trying to force it into Duck Boy. It would have to be Rooster or Wiffle Boy. Incomplete. 3rd and 10. Again, either call the Wiffle Boy run pass up the middle that you scored on earlier, like this play. Hope that they don't cover them. Interception. Scarlett with her 2nd interception of the day. And that will close out this game. So, exciting game. G.I. Joe with 2 passing yards. That's that short dump to Stalker early on. But, okay, so. Wiffle Boy did not get to 41 yards. I find that shocking. It seemed like for a little while there he was doing really well. All right, so tough game for the Road Warriors. Congratulations to the G.I. Joe.